So this is the thing. Our schedule is now finalized for what teams we're going to play going into next season. Now, keep in mind that it was 90% finalized already. We just didn't know a couple different teams. And I believe it's a total of 5 teams we did not know of that we were going to play. We knew the division of the teams we were going to play, but we didn't know the teams. And that's not, decided until the end of this season, which is right now. So now we know the 5 teams that were kind of up in the air. For example, we saw AFC West. We're going to play the AFC West. Okay, well, that's the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Pretty obvious. No, we're not playing the Chiefs next year. Because of how good the Chiefs did, and we finished third in the AFC North, we're now playing the Denver Broncos. So we're not playing the Chiefs, we're playing the Broncos. Broncos finished third, we finished third. We're playing the Broncos. So it's that kind of whole situation. So starting off right away, we play the Ravens, the Browns, the Steelers, the Bears, the Lions, Patriots, Jets, Jaguars, and Cardinals at home. This is a very challenging schedule. And obviously this year we had one of the easiest schedules and we butchered it. Hopefully finishing 9-8, which is unacceptable in all honesty for how easy of a schedule we had. That's going to be a really tough home schedule here. I mean, AFC North, obviously that's tough alone. I think Caleb Williams will get better, and it's very possible Chicago invests a lot of money on the offensive line this offseason. That's going to be difficult. The Lions are one of the best teams in the game, period. Drake May is only going to get better at this moment in time, and now they have the first overall pick. They might pair him with a really good player. New York Jets, I'm not too scared about the New York Jets because I think they're going to move on from Aaron Rodgers, and I don't know who the backup would be in the end. The Jacksonville Jaguars, I'm not too scared of Trevor Lawrence, and I think they're probably 1 year away from moving on from T-Law. So that's interesting. And Arizona, that's always a wild card team. They could be really good or really bad. Again, it depends on the offseason. We don't know how the offseason will go for all these teams. So now let's look at our away schedule. Again, some of the games that were not decided yet are now decided. So we got the Denver Broncos. We are not playing the Kansas City Chiefs. We are playing the Denver Broncos. We are playing the Minnesota Vikings as well. The Miami Dolphins, the Green Bay Packers, Buffalo Bills, and then again the AFC North teams as always. Obviously, we're way too early in this schedule to even, or way too early in this process to even give predictions on what our final record will be. I'll just say this real fast. Buffalo, we always match up well against, so that should not be the toughest matchup. Although they are a great team, we usually match up very well against that team in general. Packers, Jordan Love's only going to get better, and so far this year he looks amazing. I can't imagine how much better he'll look next year. We don't know the state of Tua, and Tua will still be the quarterback next year. Obviously, with injuries, concussions, we'll have to wait and see. But Miami will still have Tyreek Hill, they'll still have Jalen Waddle. They're still going to have a really good defense. Minnesota, we'll see what happens with Sam Darnold. Will he stay with them in free agency? Or will they go toward J.J. McCarthy? Ironically enough, J.J. McCarthy being not a rookie quarterback next year, but being in his first year, if they do go to the rookie, it will be his first year in the NFL. We suck against rookie quarterbacks. We do. We absolutely suck against them. So that's going to be fun. Denver, we just played them. That's always a tough matchup. And again, the AFC North is not going to be easy as well. Again, I can't give a prediction because we don't know what these teams will look like after the offseason. I mean, it's very possible that, I don't know, say Minnesota, but not really. But any of these teams could get gutted. The Jets could get gutted, for example. That's a really good team. The Jets could get gutted and completely look like a different team. Same thing with the Patriots. Same thing with the Arizona Cardinals. These teams could again, get gutted and look completely different. And that's not a negative context. It's actually a positive context for them, meaning they could get gutted and just adds a lot of great players to the roster and looks amazingly better, right? So when we look at this right now, obviously we're looking at it by, bias of right now in the league, but it's very possible that, Arizona becomes one of the best teams next year. And they're kind of in that same, zero to hero like the Vikings are. So it's very possible that they're one of the best teams. It's very possible that, actually Minnesota right now, amazing, but it's very possible Chicago ends up becoming a great team, right? We never know how the offseason, the draft will go. We can make speculations, but it's, again, really early in the process. Here's what I'll say, right? At home record here for this year right now, we have 1 playoff team, 2 playoff teams, 3 playoff teams, okay, 4 playoff teams, 5 playoff teams, 6, potentially 6, going to be 5 right now, 6 playoff teams, potentially 6 at the Denver Broncos. One of these is either we're going to make it or the Broncos or the Dolphins going to make it. So 6 playoff teams there, 7 Ravens again, 8 for the Pittsburgh Steelers again. So 8 of our 17 games are going to be against playoff teams. And again, you never know how these teams will do in the offseason, and they'll probably become playoff teams. But that's kind of how the cookie crumbles, We got a really, really unfortunate break this year, having a very easy schedule after having one of the toughest schedules last year. We have to figure this out, and, you play your schedule, and you got to win with the games you're given. So I'm definitely not happy, obviously, about this schedule, because it's going to be a tough schedule, but that's just how it works. If we want to be a great team, we have to beat the best players. We have to go head-to-head with the best players and beat them and get the job done. I will say, big thing we need to do next year, and this is obvious, but I'm just going to say it, you got to win at home, guys. We got to win at home, okay? Thankfully, as long as we get better at winning at home, actually, most of our tough matchups are on the road, ironically enough. Like Lions, obviously. Like right now, based on how everything looks right now, right? AFC North, always tough. I don't care who it is. We're going to have a tough season, right? Lions is going to be the tough game. And based on right now, that's the only tough game at home outside the AFC North. Away schedule, all of this is tough. Which they're kind of knocking us down the road there. It's kind of annoying, but hey, apparently we travel better, I guess, than play at home. I don't know. This season's been crazy. See you guys next one. No, peace.